Hi, and welcome back to LUX Chats. My name is Steve Mack and I'm your host. Today I'm joined, but not by just one guest, but two beautiful ladies. And this conversation may just change the way that you walk into a room forever. And the reason for that is not only do you guys work with communication, you work with the body, the style, the encapsulation of basically the spirit. You love to communicate in an amazing way. So welcome, Olaide and Liana, to LUX Chats.
Thank you. Thank you, Steve.
Thanks for coming on. So very exciting. So let's sort of freshen up. So before you guys sort of jump into your vocal coaches, you're working with, you're transforming people. You want to talk to us about how you normally sort of prepare for something like this. So let's do a little bit of an on-air. 30 seconds. Do we sit back in our seats? How do we arrive? Give us a little demo.
First of all, I had a little glass of water so
Yes.
that I'm always a bit like,
Hydrated.
Yes.
Because when you speak and sing, you don't want to dry out. So that's the first thing I did. Then had a little seat in my chair, relaxing my pelvic floor and my diaphragm. I know this sounds totally weird, but that's just how the body is.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, we need that.
Yeah, me too.
And then I positioned my pillow a little bit because I can feel it supporting my back because I love relaxing my back. Because as soon as I let my back go, I can feel how my voice drops, as you can hear now also. And that's my relaxed state of speaking.
Perfect. What about you?
Very, very similar. For me, as soon as I feel back support, that's very, very relaxing. If that's not available to me, I will often lean against the wall.
Yeah.
As soon as I lean against the wall and I feel that support, something's got my back, the muscles can relax, everything else starts to relax. Feel my feet on the ground, check my breathing.
A lot of people are fearful even before they walk into a room. And I think that's what you sort of encapsulate, you work with in part of your business. But it's really about how you arrive, your inner thoughts, what you want to communicate. But importantly too, moving the body around. So a lot of people are frozen, they're stuck.
Yeah.
So what are a few tips that you'd give the listeners out there just to sort of to loosen up a little bit?
I would say it's less about what's going on in your mind and more about what's going on in your body.
Yeah.
And I think most people think that if they psych themselves up and they think the right thoughts and all of that, then it will take care of itself. It might to a certain degree, but at the end of the day, if you're holding tension in your body, if your breath is completely restricted, if there's all this charge, right? Because that's what's happening to people. They show up and they're in anticipation. All of this charge from the nervous system is building, right? You need to know what to do, right? Like no guitarist goes on stage without knowing how to play their instrument.
Yeah.
And essentially this whole body is your instrument. It's your speaking and communication tool. So when you know how to use it, when you're aware of all the different parts of the body, right, then that's what it's really all about. So again, one of the things that we just mentioned was back, so checking that the back is relaxed, checking your breathing, right? And honestly, for me, really just feeling the ground underneath my feet already starts to relax me, already starts to ground everything. Your voice starts to settle, your breathing starts to change. So my advice is don't go to your thoughts, don't go to overthinking it, don't try and go here, go into the body. What's the first thing you notice? And what can you do about it to relax it and get more grounded?
So these are some of the things you do at Axiom Code. So let's talk about how long you've been in business and the types of clients that you're helping so far. So when did this start?
Oh my goodness.
The whole background?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I guess
We can
when I
dig
was
deep. So you were
If you want
5
to
years
go,
old.
if you want to go deep and far, that started already as a teenager. Because
Yeah.
stage and singing and acting and all of this was like just part of my life always. And later on, I just loved the way of training and the trainings I did for myself, knowing how it grows you to become really a master on stage in whatever you do. And I see this same thing as speakers, leaders, entrepreneurs, the people we train with also and train to help them be the best version and really present themselves the best and deliver what they want to deliver without having to exhaust themselves emotionally, drain themselves. Simply as getting hoarse on stage, all these things. So I think I became a coach over like 15, 16 years ago, loving that and wanting to help people to also become better and even master it if they want to.
So that was with some singing, dancing, and that sort of stuff. And now you're moving into the professional realm.
Yes, dancing was not so my. I was still
I was
dancing.
more
in
into
my
dancing.
I was more
Yeah.
Liana's.
Yeah.
I was still doing some.
Well, I mean,
dance, but
look, Alayda and I have a combination of 40 plus years
Yeah.
of experience, both as performers, actors, singers. I was more into dance as well. And then, and also as coaches, right? So the business actually originally started with a focus on acting training. So that's something that we still do as well. So performers are always welcome.
Yeah.
But in the last year, we've pivoted and are now working more with leaders, speakers, motivational public speakers, all of that. And honestly, anybody who uses their voice, anyone who's communicating, at the end of the day, that's what we've got as human beings. That's one of the biggest ways that we connect. And we really focus in our business on the communication underneath the words. So that's what we learnt, not just through acting training, but anything to do with communication and storytelling.
It's all about getting your message across and clearly and concisely. And business owners obviously want to get that. And it's surprising. Like we sit at dinners and some people don't even want to see themselves on camera. They want to only be on radio. They don't want to do like that. But at the end of the day, you've just really got to show up and you've got to project yourself. And this is where, even for those skilled in speaking, still need assistance because it's about what's, you guys are more observers. You're watching what's happening and then what's said. So talk to me about, so you've run some recent workshops. Obviously, we've done a workshop together. You've run some workshops. So what happens in a workshop? How long does it go for? Yeah.
So a typical group workshop?
Yep.
So a typical, let's say, workshop, like an intro workshop, runs anywhere between 3 to 4 hours.
Yep.
We can do less, like a really fast, intensive, and just like deliver all the information that short time. But yeah, in about 3 to 4 hours, we introduce you to our framework and all the different areas that we train and get you to understand that it's all in the body. And we get you up and doing it because the fastest way to learn is to do it.
Yeah.
The fastest way to discover what's in your way is to experience it. And then when you experience the change in real time, that's the gold.
Beautiful.
Right? And so that's basically what you can already experience in a very short time frame is already the changes, right? So
and it is very individual, right? Because I mean, I'm not you. Liana is not you. The same way.
No.
So we have our framework, and it's all great.
Yeah.
It's just great stuff. But we do know that everybody needs something else, so we personalize.
So you've been doing this at a place called The Mansion. So we're obviously going to be running our own workshop shortly with the LUX crew.
Yep.
Talk to me about individuals and stage prep. So some of those people we want to reach that are watching, that are on LinkedIn, Instagram, those speakers out there with, ideally, if they're speakers, they should have a good following. So let's say 1,000 strong, but really 5,000 or more followers that are speaking a message. Should they book you guys individually? Can they do some of that coaching over Zoom? How do you work with individuals?
What was the first question of that again?
Yeah, perfect. So
Yes,
working with speakers and trainers, somebody with a strong following and working with an individual. For example, they're about to go and speak. They've got a keynote to deliver in 4 weeks in the USA.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's quite simple and easy. We really, like I said, we personalize on what the speaker needs to.
Yeah.
We've done that already. We're preparing basically the person first in a physical way. You will understand if you come to the trainings, but the speech is the last thing to look at. That's why we work physically. I will look at what is happening underneath. Why is that not delivered the way you would want it to be? Because what you feel inside and you think it's going on inside, it's not maybe what people receive outside. So that's one thing we look at. We personalize. We look at the things.
Online, in person,
both.
Easy. Yeah.
Both is possible.
And what about lectern versus walking around?
What?
Lectern. So reading behind, standing behind something.
Oh, right.
I find it very frustrating that people will just sit there and they read verbatim. Just what's on.
Do you mean like when you're standing in the camera and you're reading your script?
Not necessarily. They're speaking to a stage.
The stand.
Speaking to a
Stand, and then
stage.
they
They got a
speak on
stand.
stage.
Look, I don't think there's anything wrong per se with that. In theatre, they have also these small boxes down on the ground. That's someone who helps you sometimes going through your script if you have something going on.
Yeah.
But I think you can learn how to use that, but still be in your body and not be external. I'm reading something now, I'm talking like a machine.
Most people use it to hide.
Yeah.
They use it to hide from the audience or protect themselves
Do you
from
help
the
people
audience.
with, and this is going into the spoken, but would you help people then necessarily with their script in a way? So when you tell a story, obviously introduce who you are, what the message is, what the key takeaways are, what the hooks are. Is that some of the stuff that you do with part of your coaching? You're getting some feedback on that sort of stuff as well?
We do. We absolutely do. And we can.
Yeah.
But honestly, the most important form of communication is the communication underneath the
100%,
words.
yeah.
Right? Because you can say the same sentence 100 million different ways and it will say 100 million different things. So most people, especially speakers who are already speaking, who already have great slides, right? They've done the standard kind of speaking training. They know what to say. They know their job, right? And we can definitely give them feedback in what is landing and what's not, and maybe I would adjust this. But until you master the communication underneath the words, it doesn't matter what you say.
These workshops are obviously very exciting. So let's talk about the years ahead and the time ahead. So let's imagine you've got your clients right, your coaching's happening. What's next for you ladies in business?
Well, I mean, we want to like expand a lot, like really reach more people.
Yeah.
That's one thing internationally.
Do you see yourself
more.
traveling? And
Oh, we are
yeah.
totally travelers.
We are travelers at heart. We love to travel.
Yeah.
We could definitely see ourselves traveling and, running, 2-3 day workshops in different cities. That's something that
like
we
speaker summits.
little speaker sort of retreats or something like that. Give
I
people
do have a friend you should meet, Kaylee, that runs the 100 Speaker Summit. So she's training speakers and definitely somebody you should definitely connect with.
Sounds great.
I think it would be a great opportunity for you.
Yeah, sounds great. So that's one thing on a professional way, but I think we are artists. So for me as a singer, that's part of my business journey is that I'm still going to go on stage, not just speaking and training people, but like just being a performer.
And what is what sort of style? What do you like to sing?
I guess I can make anything into a soul.
Yeah.
into
Excellent.
a soul, gospel.
Gospel,
right.
soul. Yeah, I think Liana, when she sings, has like a very nice jazzy sound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you see yourself on stage traveling, and then you're going to obviously artistry is important for you. So
Yeah, for both
obviously
of us.
the right connections, and also you'll be the backup dancer. You've got a few moves. You're pretty good.
Got some good moves, yeah.
She did a lot
Yeah.
of dancing.
Yeah.
That's why I said, don't book me if you want to dance.
Yeah.
So just
That's it.
someone to sing.
And is business tough? Like, is it challenging? Like, as I said, you've got to be self-motivated. So for those ladies and gentlemen out there watching in business, it is a bit of a solo journey. So let's get into that. How do you keep yourself motivated? How do you structure your days? What's the 3 fundamental skills for business?
It's okay.
Yeah.
For creatives,
Yeah.
it's so hard.
Yeah.
It's so hard because creatives are
We don't like structure either.
are just, we're artistic and we're constantly evolving and constantly refining, and sometimes we're here, but then sometimes we're there. So yes, we have had to learn, and we are still learning how to be more structured, how to be more kind of operate as businesswomen, not just artists.
Yeah.
So that's a learning curve we're constantly going through, because at the heart of it, we are artists. But I would say, for me, I need to dedicate a day for each area. That's something I can't have different areas of business in one day. I need, today's focus is purely this. Today's focus is purely that.
Yeah.
And then my focus is a lot more on point.
Well, Friday you can bring it all together.
Friday you can bring it all
Friday's-
together.
Friday's
That's
fun.
our favorite place to be, and bring it all together, because that's at the end of the day your stage, right?
And maybe share with me then, have you seen somebody that's an inspiring story? So you've coached them. Have you seen, you got a case study, or you got something that's sort of somebody that's been elevated since your coaching?
I think a couple of people already.
Yeah.
Just
I mean, honestly, most people who've walked through our doors already after one session have experienced a huge shift, huge change, and there's always room to go deeper.
we should put our testimonials out.
We really should. We really should do that. We have so many testimonials.
Yeah, definitely.
Part
You
of the
know-
business then again that we're like, you know.
I think, one of the things I'd love to speak to about that, the people that come to us who are, already speaking and, often they've got like already quite a good level. But one of the things I think that we see very often is, a couple of things. So sometimes people have a great energy, a really great presence, but they don't know how to direct it and they don't know how to craft it and use it to their advantage. It's just like a huge amount of energy and it's great. It's definitely feeds me as the audience, but to be able to master how to craft and use your energy. So that's something, we've worked on and elevated people in, and, it's helped the way that they deliver. I know a lot of people talk about the power of the pause. We look at it, through our lens, right? How can you really speak in a way that allows your message to really land, right? And transmit through into the audience, affect them, does something to their nervous system. It has to digest, right? Most people are already rushing to say the next thing before the audience has even processed what was just said.
Just slowing down to go fast. Yeah.
Slowing down, but also taking time and feeling into the audience, like, did that just land? Did that just digest? Did that just shift something in them? And then taking the next impulse so that's
take them on a journey.
Yeah, exactly. Taking them on the journey.
It's like you do in theatre, you take them, or on concerts, you take them on a journey, right?
That's it. So that's one of the biggest shifts we've seen in a lot of people. Sometimes there are people who are very grounded, but maybe they speak nice and slowly, but they don't give energy, right? And so we train.
Everybody needs something, don't they?
Yeah,
and everybody needs
absolutely.
something different. It's really just how we grow up, how we learned, how to navigate our.
Well, I think a lot of people are
environment.
hiding. I think unfortunately, as I said, in Australia, it's tall poppy syndrome, but they're adapting to their rooms, and I'm saying break those rooms. I'm encouraging entrepreneurs and solopreneurs just to get out. If you don't like your environment, change it. Sometimes we could be doing and saying the right thing, but we've just got the wrong audience. And it's always about testing it, but you just got to break through that. So I think that's some really good tips. So for those that are listening out there, so want to now get into some LUX stuff. So you've made it. You're singing on stage, you're in Paris, you're dancing, you're having a great time, life is good.
It's become a
You're
thing now.
saying,
We're not
you're
dancing.
doing
Now
cheers.
it's dance.
That's fine.
That's it. That's it.
I'll take it. I'll try it. I'll put it on.
It's it. But you're changing lives.
Yeah.
You sit in the audience and you're clapping, you're seeing somebody that you've trained to speak. The night's over and now you've got a suitcase and you've got a lot of money. Where are you traveling to?
Ooh.
I think we're going to take a trip to Ez.
Yeah, South France for sure.
Oh.
That's one of our favorite places to go together.
Yeah.
Where are we not going to go? That's really the question.
Well, I've got a couple of places right now, but it's not on camera. But anyway,
From that perspective, yeah.
But it's
But that would be my first, I think. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm definitely on board with that. I would just love to go
Croatia.
all the Mediterranean islands.
I'd love to see more, but more in America. Love to see more.
I'd love to spend at least a week on a yacht.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, you're not coming.
But it's on the
Just
way
so
to
much
America.
water.
Yeah, but it's on the way to America. Yeah, it's on the way to America.
Then that's okay.
That's it.
then I'll
Okay,
take
so
that
too
trip.
much
And
water for you.
they've got a
Okay.
cabaret show on there, so don't worry, you're up there.
I'm just okay. Well, on yachts, not maybe.
Yeah.
You know, like getting nauseous.
No, but on
But that's
still
the same.
water.
It's still water.
Still
It's the
water.
same thing too, though, in relationships and even in life. Okay, so he's coming from two different angles. We're not always going to agree on everything, but it's about finding, I guess, the right level essentially, and doing that, because the journey of life is going to be a bit rocky sometimes, and we're finding that. But it's interesting as long as there's compromise. And I think as individuals, as I said, there's things we're going to want to have to do sometimes we don't want to do.
Yeah.
Business owners is there, but the good news is you're on a sailing ship. You're going to USA.
100%.
You're having a great time. You've got the best champagne. Now, are you dressing somewhere? You're shopping somewhere? What's those LUX items? Materialistic. Is there a car you're driving? Have you bought? Is there something that's on that bucket list? What's that absolute LUX item that you'd love to own?
Ooh.
Negative bias.
You in a house directly
house.
on the beach to roll into the sand.
Yeah. Yeah.
A nice
Yeah.
house.
Beach
Yeah.
house.
Beach house.
Beautiful beach house.
That's
Yeah.
one.
Literally walk out the front and we're on the
Yeah.
sand.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
One of my things I think also is running my own. I'm gonna say it.
Yeah, you can say it.
Running my own theater and place where concerts can
That'd be amazing.
for artists.
Yeah.
Like I've always wanted to have a place for artists, like where they can
A space.
connect, and where people who know people at some point come to help the artists, because you can't do it on your own.
Do you go to many shows locally, like in St Kilda or?
We always used to, but we were so
Yeah.
busy. But now we are
Yeah.
planning to go.
I think it's important. Be
Yeah.
good to join you one day on one of those little
You have
shows.
to come with us.
You have to
I'd love
come with
go.
us, and then we'll
Compulsory.
give you our whole
Let's do that. Because I have
Analysis
to. I have
and
to. I have
breakdown.
to switch sometimes into just be an audience,
Yeah.
Olaide. Don't
No,
be the
I'll
coach.
I'll
Don't
jump
be the
on
artist.
stage. I'll be improv. Yeah.
Just sit and receive.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
Let's
And I
do
think
that.
it is good to just observe and watch. So we've just got a couple more questions. We're going to do that. So business advice, and for those that are out there that are watching, is there a message that you'd love to deliver? I'm going to go any, mini, money, mo on the right here. So is there a message you'd like to say to the young versions of you out there? What's that message? Message of strength and empowerment.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I think if somebody had just told me when I was younger, just go for it, just do it, find the right support, surround yourself with the people that believe in what you believe in, surround yourself with the people that will, motivate you and who will make you feel like your dreams are possible and not something unrealistic. If someone had encouraged me to do that, I think that my life would have been so different early on. So that would be my piece of advice is go for it and surround yourself with the people that really believe in your vision.
The right mentors.
The right mentors, the right people. They say, the 5 people you surround yourself with the most is literally makes up who you are, right?
Definitely.
So it's so important. It's not about trying to fit in. I think when we're younger, often it's been about trying to fit in rather than no, go out and find your people.
Love it.
Yeah.
Thank you. And you?
Yeah, that, and also, I don't know why, but when I was younger and the sister act running, there was always this little hook there that now I know it's hook, right? I would use like a hook that always says, if you want to be somebody and you want to go somewhere, you better wake up and pay attention. But I used to sing it.
Yeah.
Sing it for us.
If you want to be somebody, if you want to go somewhere, you better wake up and pay attention.
Beautiful. Well, I want to thank you, beautiful ladies, for being on LUX Chats.
Thank you, Steve, for having us.
And thanks for being wonderful guests. We'll see you next time on LUX Chats. Thanks for tuning in at That Creative